Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Smells Like. I'm Josh. So good to see you. This is my full review on Maison Francis Kurkdjian's Grand Soir. Take a look at the bottle there. I really love the look of the bottle. This clear glass with that gorgeous amber colored liquid inside. The gold lettering, you've got a gold cap, the MFK insignia on the back, the insignia there. Again, in the glass. Box is your standard MFK box, kind of the white paper cardboard. You've got the gold lettering. This is a 70 ml bottle. That's the standard size for the MFK line. Comes in this sleeve, and then the perfume is in this inner carton here, which I think is nice, especially for transit. You can actually see where mine was a little bit damaged, a little bit squashed in transit. Nice to have that little buffer there between the carton and the perfume. I think that's kind of nice, at least for in terms of the shipping. Grand Soir was released in 2016 as a pairing. This and another fragrance called Petite Matin, from Maison Francis Kurkdjian, and they're a pairing that are meant to evoke the city of Paris, so the city of lights. And the Petite Matin is more to do with the morning, the daytime, kind of the beginning, and the more quiet, I think, more understated aspects, of the city or of, of being there. And then you have Grand Soir, this grand evening, more about the nighttime, the lights of Paris and the warmth maybe of the evening. And it really is fitting in terms of the motif. This is an eau de parfum. It's marketed as a unisex perfume, and it is very much so. There's nothing about this that skews one way or the other. This is really an amber perfume. Let's talk about the notes. There really isn't much of a top, middle, base. It's a pretty linear fragrance. We have a couple of natural notes. We have Spanish labdanum and Siam benzoin. And then the rest of the ingredients are tonka bean, vanilla, and an amber accord. So basically what you get from this is this, like, in the beginning, you get this almost sparkling benzoin. So it's warm, it's resinous, you have a hint of the vanilla and the amber that's going on underneath. But in that first hour, it really is about this almost sparkling, resinous benzoin. It's vanillic, but it's got depth to it, and it has texture to it. I saw another reviewer say that this stuff was almost chewy in its texture, and I get what they mean by that. This has substance to the way that it smells, and it's very rich, but it's very refined. It really is a warm perfume. I feel like it's perfect on cold, rainy days or snowy days, perfect for the winter time. It really, to me, it fits this grand evening motif perfectly, because your evening is going to start out with a lot of energy, and lights of the city as you're going out and everything, and conversation and laughing and walking, whatever you're doing. The pace of the evening is brighter and more energetic at the beginning, right? And that's how it is with Grand Soir. Really, it has this sparkling nature to it. But as the evening progresses, right, and as this perfume dries down, it starts to mellow out. It starts to lose a little bit of that dazzling aspects of the top, and it gets a lot warmer. It gets a little bit closer to the skin as well. And it really invites people to get closer to you. It's so warming, welcoming, comforting. I think it does have a little bit of a kind of seductive, sexy edge to it. I think particularly on the right woman, this could be extremely seductive. alluring perfume. For me, I mostly just get this warmth and this comfort from it, but it also smells really high end. Like this is the kind of perfume, if I'm dressed up a little bit and it's winter, and I'm going out on the town or going out to a party or a date, this would be perfect. And it has this high end feel to it, but it also is really accessible. And I think because it's kind of simple in terms of the notes, like it just really is this one main amber and vanillic thing going on, that it's easy to understand, and anybody around you is going to enjoy the way that it smells without getting beat over the head with it. It performs off the skin pretty well in those first couple of hours. I'm going to say by hour 3 it's going to start to die down, and by hour 4 you're into skin scent territory. So that's the only thing about this. If you love, like I do, I love that first couple hours of this fragrance because it's so just dazzling that it's a little bit, it lands a little bit, it leaves a little bit to be desired just in the way that it lands, because that opening is just so great. It's so dazzling, and the fact that opening kind of lasts for a couple of hours, that when you get, round to 3.5, 4 hours, you really are done in terms of what the perfume's going to do. And it really comes down to this warm amber, which that in and of itself, while simple, is still very enjoyable. And it really makes people want to get close to you. It's going to be the perfect like date night or, kind of like snuggle up type of fragrance. Again, I think this would work on parties or, times that you're around other people, where you want to smell, maybe a little bit fancy or seductive, or you want to feel confident that you smell interesting, without beating people over the head. I think it's a good fragrance for that. It would be great for like winter time parties and things like that. Pricing for this one's a little bit of a splurge item. This is the kind of perfume, for me at least, that I'm not going to have, a ton of perfumes like this. So this is kind of my wintertime high-end fancy fragrance, right? This 70 ml bottle retails for $215. You can find it at Saks Fifth Avenue in Neiman Marcus, as well as franciskurkdjian.com. And at that price, it is a little bit of a splurge. So this is one I would definitely try. But this was love at first smell for me. In fact, one of my first videos I ever did on this channel was Maison Francis Kurkdjian sampling video, where I got a bunch of samples in from them. And I'm going through, I'm smelling, I think I saved Grand Soir for last. And I'm each one I smell it, I'm like, that one's okay, that one's okay. This one's nice. I smell Grand Soir for the first time, and you see my face light up, and I think I said something like, oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Because that's how I feel about this. It's like, that is what I'm talking about for just a rich, classy, refined, high-end niche fragrance that also is accessible, warm, inviting, and with a little bit of kind of like a sultry, sexy edge to it. So I'm really excited to have this in my collection. I've already been wearing this a ton this winter from a decant and a couple of samples that I had. So I already am really familiar with this perfume and will continue to enjoy it for the rest of the cold weather. I would say, it's obviously a winter perfume. It would still work really well in the fall, colder fall days, and early spring, especially nights or like dreary cold spring days. It's also going to work for that. Other than that, though, I really feel like it's pretty much a colder weather, kind of darker, richer, resinous, ambery type of fragrance. So that's it for my review of Grand Soir from Maison Francis Kurkdjian. I'd love to know your thoughts down in the comments. If you've worn this one, what do you think of Grand Soir? Perfumes like it? I really feel like this and Coromandel from Chanel are kind of my two like high-end sort of oriental style, warm, just like favorite, I guess. They're probably my two, this and Coromandel are probably my two favorite winter fragrances that I've really come to enjoy and get to know this year. But maybe let me know some of your favorite ambers or ambery oriental style fragrances down in the comments. If you'd like to do this again sometime, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you right here at the Smells Like Fragrance channel for another video next time. Thanks so much for watching.